And we'd like to introduce the next performer, who I recently met just a few months ago. His name is Khor. Some of you may know him because he was crowdfunding for a documentary. He makes TV for his day job, but tonight he's making music. He's also one of the producers for the documentary about Singaporean trans men called Some Reassembly Required. Put your hands together for Khor.
So I've been told to talk about my film. I feel like I talk about my film too much already. But basically I'm making a documentary film about transgender men and... Ooh, I'm not that sure. Making a documentary film about transgender men in Singapore. So we've got a bunch of guys, myself included, and we are sort of following your family life processes, things, and I will be going to surgery at the end of the year for my chest, and so yeah, that's something that I will do. That will be also documented, so it will be part of the documentary. It's too bad we're not crowdfunding anymore, because then I would know what to say, which is basically throw your money at me. But since we're not doing that, just you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter. Okay, never mind. So this is actually my first time performing for people who do not have to clap for me, but if you would be kind, and you know, like, it's also my first time performing any sort of original music in front of anyone that is not someone that I know. Sorry? Thank you. This one's going to be louder here. Okay. Okay. So, this is the reason why you don't break the hearts of people who write music. Oh, sorry. Once I was an honest boy with a good head and a good heart. Never thought that I would tell a lie without blinking. Oh, it's an art. Now I can't remember what I did, how I turned to something bitter. But I guess that's just the way it is when you die to be a winner. Who have I become? I should know by now that she lies, can't you see her eyes, and I'm no fool, but I loved you and I can't help but realize I should realize you lied, no, my pride is a broken banner of love, suicide, I should move on, but I'm not that strong, so I just roll along, we all just roll along. Talk about the future, all these big plans for our romance. Even if I know you'd string me on all your sweet words, I had no chance. So you had me, then you let me be a martyr for your cause. Then you tired, doused the fire, left me cold, alone and lost. What have I become? Is this the way your words are? I should know by now that she lies, can't you see her eyes, and I'm no fool, but I loved you and I can't help but realize I should realize you lied, no, my pride is a broken banner of love's suicide, I should move on, but I'm not that strong, so I just roll along, we all just roll along. I always say this, then people say, you say you're shy, let me see not shy. Okay. I wanted to I had to ask the organizers if I could do a cover of something, and I wanted to do this cover because when I was growing up, And I was always kind of like into music and stuff. But when I was growing up, I had this very deep fear of singing songs that were sung by women because I felt that it would invalidate my identity, which thank God I've got to know about. It's very weird because when you're transgender, you almost like, you do anything to be more manly. As a trans man, I did anything that I could do to be more manly, and not singing songs sung by women was one of those things that I did. But today I have decided to do a cover of Jolene because suddenly got a lot of pressure. Yeah, but I decided to do a cover of Jolene because I feel that it's time for me to let go of that stupid childish mentality. Somebody said something. I'm very nervous, my hands shaking. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Smile is good. Hey, I can't remember the lyrics. If you know, you should sing along. Smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Wait, I do know this part. Did someone say I'm very cute? Okay, stop. We go on the next song, okay? Okay, so this last one is something that I wrote that I'm actually kind of proud of. You're laughing. Okay. And I hope you like this one. This is called Love Song for a Friend. Oh, I didn't say it right. The first song was called She Lies because I'm not very creative. So, if you didn't know this. The guitar? Okay. Wow, be weird. Never mind, let's skip. Don't you know that we could be strangers, never knowing the other, fall for another in time? Don't you think that we could be better if we loved one another? Would that be such a crime? Honey, I don't know but I love you, don't you know? Don't you know? Counting cars, don't wanna go home. Wish on stars, but that would make you stay. Hold me now, you're not a stranger. Fall apart for another day with you. Honey, I don't know how just a kiss, but girl, I know better. Lip to lip is my soul to your soul. Rain on me, whatever the weather. I always forget this line. Oh, why can't you see? Honey, I don't know how things will go, but I love you, don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know?
Thanks so much. Thanks so much to you, Chris. Another round of applause. You know, this penguin mask. Back when I was like really like, you know, like filled with like rage and sorrow about the library controversy, you know, and of course you know, even though they're telling us, oh, the Singapore Writers' Fest and the Singapore Literature Prize is coming up, and like, you know, everything's okay now, but you know, still a number of queer writers are still going to boycott the Singapore Library. But we are not boycotting the Singapore Library. In fact, we are, because we are still interacting with some of the Singapore librarians. Because actually, some of the librarians are also queer. In fact, this one I've gotten. Good love. This one is Sarah Ruslan. She's named Sarah Ruslan. She reads books and works with little monsters people call children for a living. And she loves playing pretend and in her head, and the world is something like Virginia Woolf's novels. Okay, but we're not going to pretend that she can't inhabit both worlds at once. A round of applause for Sarah Ruslan.
Like I told Ishang, I can't decide. Yes.
You don't have to decide!
Yes. Yeah, ask my partner, what do you want to eat? I don't know. Yes. Okay, so yeah, being here this year it means a lot after the whole like NLB stuff. Okay, so yes. Okay, so this year has been really difficult. So in April, a lot of shit happened. Like literally, like the world was just like a bad place in April. April was just like fucking like annoying. Okay, so I wrote a poem on April and all of the Aprils that I've been through over a few years. Okay, so this is April. April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull roots with spring rain. Not quite. April is the cruelest month, breeding desire out of dead hearts, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull sex with terrible booze. That was not quite it either. April was when I fell in love once, a long time ago, when Elliot was the biggest problem we had and the easiest problem we had, when we decided we weren't going to answer him in the exams. But Elliot's work is modernism in its purest form, even when he writes something as ridiculous as Wea la la lea, wa la la lea la la. And this is the exact line from T.S. Eliot's The Wasteland. And even though we filled our souls with such beautiful poetry, April can be relentless as things fall apart and the center cannot hold, when hearts overflow with temptations and destructions, ruled by actions past that turned to dust. Because April was when I lost it all, when who I was before could not protect who I was becoming, when friends became lovers against wrong, and the wrong feels right, when bodies start muffled conversations in order to forget, know, distract, discover. And these fragments I have shot against my ruins, though somewhat borrowed, will forever be a secret I cannot disclose. For when I lie on my back, thinking about that night in April, limbs outstretched and surrendering, I hear Elliot whisper, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For April is not the cruelest month. Lilacs and desire bloomed in places I never knew existed within. Thank you. For those of you who have read T.S. Eliot's The Wasteland, I think it remains to be the one poem I just can't get my head around. It is insane. The only thing I remember about T.S. Eliot's The Wasteland is the first stanza, which is also the first stanza of the poem I just read. Yeah, so if you have time, I have nothing better to do, go and read Eliot. Okay, so the next poem, it's about a girl I met on a dating app. I think that's how we meet most people nowadays, is by dating apps. But she was a tourist, so I just offered to just bring her around the island, and it was nice. Yes, and I didn't do anything else. Okay, but she had this amazing smile that kind of got this poem going. Yeah, okay, so here goes. She's a dreamer, that girl with a silent smile. The curves on her face fall into place as soon as a smile touches your heart, as she looks at you quietly, thinking of an answer to your questions. She leaves them with no answers, but travels the world in her mind, unlocking vignettes of possibilities, endless like the sun's rays on a warm summer day, enveloping you like the feathers of a phoenix, lifting you to eternity. She dreams of being in love and not being in love at the same time, because she is loved by those who understand her fleeting mind, that will fly to the brilliance of the stars and creep into the depths of shadows within light. Her dreams are like stardust, dusting you in every thought you've ever thought of, even before existence, because she knows what it feels like to be able to live without a body. She sees you and who you could become. Her eyes are like mirrors to your soul. They show you your possibilities. And her heart, oh, her heart is the one that dreams best, because only it knows how to dream without falling apart, to dream with you when you are falling apart. Thank you. Okay, the next one. I don't know how many of you think, when you're falling to sleep, you think about the day you will die. I know it's really morbid, but can you imagine, it's an out-of-body experience if you think about the day you will die and you're watching your own funeral and you just imagine how the day will be like, whether people will cry or all that stuff, and yeah, things I think about before I go to bed. Okay, so this poem was inspired by my really close friend's mom who passed away, and I was at her funeral and it was raining and it was really peaceful, so this came out from there. Okay, so here goes. The day I die, rain will fall and the skies will be grey. It will be November, even if it is not November, because November is the best time to go, when clouds will cry for you and comfort the earth with its luscious shade from the merciless sun, beating eyelids together, squinting from the stark reality of death. The rain will bless the earth, to which I will return to, till the earth moves between feet and shoes below eyes who have come to watch and mourn, not beating back tears, not beating back the reality of death staring at them as they open and shut their eyes, offering libations as the clouds are. The skies, oh, the skies will be the color of my mind and my soul, never black, never in light, always in between darkness and light. When those eyes look up at the skies, they will not see the color of morning, but the color of freedom as most truths and honest conversations lie in the depths of vagueness and uncertainty, of peril and turmoil, of struggles and expression. To be most real is to be in the preamble of thought, just before expression, that haste before utterance as nothing becomes concrete, yet exists as concrete as the cells in my body, because I know in my mind thought is everything, and secrets permeate those cells, never to resurface because they always existed in grey. So when their eyes look up into the skies, they will not see through my grace and secrets, but the liberation I found in having existed as great as I possibly could, and call me brave. Only those who were caught in the shadows with me will understand the sadness of the day as they see how truth was lost, because I could never really live shuttling in between light and dark, though that was the best way to live. Only you, who have been in the blackest shadow with me, will know how much I desired half-light. Thank you. I have one last poem for you. Okay, so when you're in a relationship and you hit a speed bump and you're like, oops, it's hard. You always try to find that hope to kind of keep you going. Okay, so this is a poem about overcoming and remembering what's really good about your relationship. Okay. That spine-chilling moment when lovers' whispers tip from the uncertainty of sunrise enveloping the earth like clockwork into the crevices of dusk confusing minds, where lovers awaken with rain in their hairs, damp with the chaos of the night. When revelations from without the world they built for themselves hasten endurance, question assumptions made about a time lived through dreamlike conversations and pictures in their minds, bereft of fear, loneliness, and hostility. But what we know is in that tipping point when lovers' hands threaten to let go, when lovers' eyes avert their gazes momentarily, when silence is no longer comfortable but tears lovers apart, I still wake up feeling tethered to parts of you I have come to know, to parts of you I've yet to know. And when the half-light of shadows creep to greet us, my fingers will always latch onto yours, intertwined in memories of my lips pressed against the craters of your collarbones, resounding sighs in between moments we speak lip to lip. My eyes will always gaze upon the promise of what we have long forgotten we deserve. And as we stand amidst the chaos of faceless conversations among strangers, the world starts to disappear around us as I reach out to find your hand, offering stories waiting to be written and lived for as long as forever lasts. Thank you.